Today, we're visiting Hillsdale shopping mall. The Hillsdale shopping mall is split into two parts. The part to the north is the new one, and the part to the south is the old structure. Now we are looking at the new part of the Hillsdale shopping mall. Here, this is a famous El Camino Real, the main local thoroughfare for the Bay Area. It stretches from San Francisco, I think, all the way down to Sunnyvale and more. So this is a major road. But you're not supposed to use it for long stretch of driving because it's going to be really slow. Almost everything you can see here has changed. Almost. A lot of things are new now. The only thing that was here 20 years ago are that Big Five sporting goods store and that Burger King. Those two places has been here even than I have. Not sure about this Bank of America. It may be longer than I am, maybe it's short, maybe it's new. Everything, almost everything on this side, which is adjacent to the Caltrain track station, are new. Except that Anna Furniture store. That one has been there for a very long time. I'm actually super surprised that its survival ability is amazing. Now, coming to the mall itself. I have lots of memories from this place because about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, this was my favorite playing ground. Why? Because on this piece of land there was once a Sears. As far as I know, for a lot of men, the Sears is actually their favorite shopping spot. It would be perfect on a Sunday to drop your wife, your kids in the mall on the other side, and then you can spend 2 or 3 hours hassle-free browsing all the tools. For some reason, a lot of people have a very strong emotional attachment to Sears. It's not just about Sears. It's about how they grew up and how they spend their time fixing stuff. So it was really a sad event when Sears beat the dust. So if there is one business person I really kind of hate in the United States, that would be Eddie Lampert, the hedge fund guy who ran Sears and Kmart into ground just to make some money off the real estate of Sears and Kmart. What a horrible person. Ruined a lot of people's life. Nowadays, on the old location of the old Sears. They built a lot of fancy stuff. This one is a Flores Cocina and Bar. I don't even know what Cocina is. And there's West Elm at the furniture store. And here, I don't know, this Pinstripe seems like a fancy bowling place, complete with all the restaurants, everything. It's very good. Of course, there's a Lululemon over there, and there's also a fancy movie theater here, where you can actually eat and lie down while you watch movies. Some Japanese restaurant, an Apple store.
I didn't miss that. That was the only one.
Some additional fast food restaurant. And over there is a Chinese, kind of high-end Chinese dim sum restaurant called Palette. I have never been inside, but my wife and my kids have. According to them, the food is fantastic. I don't know. I believe the food should be work well to me, but I don't really think the price is compatible with my wallet. Well, but they are compatible with my wife and my kids' wallet. So I guess not all of us are poor. So we have finished the newer part of the Hillsdale shopping center. We're walking toward the older part. The older part of the mall was here before I moved into the Bay Area. So initially, while I was young, I actually kind of enjoyed visiting the mall. I'm trying to enter the mall from the front side instead of from the side entrance. But things change really quickly. I think after a while, a lot of people, especially men, I think mostly for men, probably lost their interest in chasing new looks. It's much more fun to repair cars, repair appliances, and repair electronics, or working on computers or cameras, rather than buying clothing or shoes. Probably not everybody is the same, but that's for me. Here's Macy's. I think this is the anchor of the store. In the old days, I think that maybe there is another anchor, JCPenney or something here on the other side of the building. That company went out of business. There's still a Banana Republic here. I remember when I first went to United States, Banana Republic seems to be a really fancy brand. Not anymore. I can see they have online sales almost every week. Starbucks coffee, as usual. Here is a parking structure, 2-story. And there are more parking spaces behind the shopping mall. So parking wise it's pretty easy. It's quite nice. Unless you insist on parking in the more convenient side, in the first floor. Otherwise, it's easy. There is always some space on the second floor. For folks in the middle of the United States, maybe somewhere in Ohio, in Indiana, Kansas. I think there are lots of videos on YouTube saying all the malls are dying. No business, got deserted, so on and so forth. But it certainly is not the case in the Bay Area, where all the rich people concentrate. The Hillsdale Mall is still doing very well. Lots of business, constant traffic. I think this is over in the whole country. I think this is probably an exception rather than the norm. There are lots of such thriving malls in the Bay Area, like the Stanford Shopping Mall, the Valley Fair Mall, and the adjacent Santana Row. All of them are very nice, high-end, or at least medium high-end. There are also lots of nice downtown outdoor malls, like the one in Burlingame. So it's definitely not your typical mall experience. Now we are entering the mall from in my view, the main entrance. Maybe we should turn around to have a better look, because we're not entering again. This is in my view, the main entrance of the Hillsdale shopping mall. There are a couple of entrances where you can enter from the Macy's. But I think this one is better. There's Cheesecake Factory, Japanese restaurant. H&M is new. The Foot Locker has been here for forever. House of Hoops is new. Most of them are new. The hot copy on the second floor is the old one. So is Paxson. Yeah, I think at the location of HM, there was something like a JC Penney here. Yeah, because this is way too big for conventional store. This Zoomier, this one is actually pretty old. Has been here all the time. Liz is always here. And of course Lego. Yeah, this is a long-term tenant of the mall. Build-A-Bear is actually also pretty long. It was here 20 years ago for sure. And Macy's, on the older side of the mall, Macy's is a main tenant, main attraction. This clothing store, Barcelino, it has been here all the time. I don't remember I've ever bought anything from here. All these places looks a little bit kind of new. The Kiehl's has been here for a while. I'm not sure for all the 20 years, but 10 or 15 years for sure. Yeah, Lucky brand too. Has for kids to play with. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Nordstrom. Yeah, this is also one of the big ones. Yeah, my wife bought lots of shoes from here, for sure. California Pizza Kitchen. This store has been here for a very long time. Very, very long time. Maybe at least 17 or 18 years. Yeah, that's our quick tour of the Hillsdale shopping center. So given so much traffic, such good business, you would think the mall is going to last forever, right? But that would be wrong. It has been decided that the city is going to demolish this side of the town, this side of the mall, the older side of the mall, and most of it won't be used to serve as shopping places. Why? Because it makes even more money to build the condos here. So the Macy's will be gone. So Nordstrom, they're only going to keep a small bunch of shops around. Most of the mall, actually all of the mall, and the parking structure, everything will be teared down. Will be torn down. And in 10 years, this whole memory will be wiped out. Instead, you're just going to see endless condos. Probably not even townhouse. That doesn't make enough money. Condo is the name of the game right now. Take a good look. There are some major business over there. One, what you can see is Roblox, a well-known gaming company's headquarters over there. And if you go toward the east a little bit, a few blocks, there is a big investment company, Franklin Templeton, headquarters here. So in this small area, there are lots of wealth concentrated here, and lots of product. Also, the San Mateo Hillsdale train station, Caltrain station, is right over there. So the condos that's going to show up here will actually be very desirable, very expensive. For a 1,600 square feet condo, how much do you think it's going to be? So if you guess it's going to be $1.7 million, I think you probably get the ballpark right. That's the price they charge in Foster City. Since this is San Mateo and it's close to the train station, which makes it much easier for people who work in the city, there is a premium here. So if it's not surprising, if the condos here in the future is a price for $2 million, it shouldn't be very surprising. Walking around these fancy, nice areas, seeing everybody so happy, kids are playing, people wear nice clothes, buy expensive stuff, luxury stuff, eating in showcase-like restaurants. You would almost be forgiven to forget about the $7 per gallon gas price and $4,000 per month apartment rent. It's hard for me to imagine. Even though I make good money, yeah, I think I make way more than the United States average. In the Bay Area, I think just by myself, I make more than, I work more than average. However, I can still feel the pressure of the living expense constantly. The rent for a typical 4-bedroom family here, 4-bedroom house here, is between $6,000 minimum. If you want a nicer one, it's probably $7,000 or more. So for people who can afford this kind of house to rent, their tax rate is pretty high. So if somebody can spend $6,000 a month to rent a house here, he probably have to earn just for the house rent. He has to earn $12,000 per month before tax. Wow. That's $134,000 a year. $134,000 a year just to be able to live here. If you don't, that's enough. If you don't eat, if you don't buy anything. So realistically speaking, to live comfortably in the Bay Area, in San Mateo, a family of 4 has to earn minimum, I would think a minimum $300,000 a year. That's kind of crazy, right? Even for somebody with a good job, well-paid job, who think he or she can afford this kind of living. But how is he or she going to know that he is always going to have a job? What if that lady someplace has kids? So beneath the surface, you'll hold here kind of feeling. I'm really wondering how normal people is going to be able to live here. It's relatively easier for old-timer who bought their house a long time ago, pay very little property tax. For someone to start from scratch, just to put this.
Oh yeah, 90 terrace upstairs.
Just
Yeah.
so terrified. I don't even know whether my kids can continue to afford, whether my kids can be able to afford to live here in the future. After we move to Boston, we probably can never afford to come back again. Even if we can afford to, we don't know why we want to. The minimum house here, a little bit of desirable one, is going to be about $2.5 million. That's the minimum. Decent house. For that, the property tax each year is going to be around $30,000. Why would anybody pay that kind of money just to live here? Unless he has a job, right? Anyway, I hope everybody enjoy their life while they can.